Hi, we're back with another cognitive bias today.
And which one are we talking about?
Seeing is believing.
What?
That's not the name of the cognitive bias. That's just a cute quote I found in a nice article. I'll get back to that. But it's called the Cathedral Effect.
Okay.
And the Cathedral Effect falls in the category of the too much information. You know, we have too much information coming at us, so we need to filter somehow. And it's a bit of a stretch there.
Okay.
Okay, but here's what it is.
Right.
In 1960, a man named Edward T. Hall
was a very good year.
made the observation that when people are in chapels in a church that are smaller spaces with lower ceilings, they tend to feel enclosed and kind of limited. Whereas in a cathedral, with it's got a great big high ceiling, they feel liberated and expansive. And so that's been studied a bit and taken into a practical application. So practically speaking, in our workspaces, if we're going to do detailed work, focused, very task-specific detailed work, the lower ceiling is a better environment for that. This is not it's a bias, so it's a nudge in a direction. It's not a controlling factor. It's not to say that you can't be creative in a low ceiling space at all. It's just this, when our awareness of the space, it affects us a bit, and so we're just, it's easier to do the.
So having that narrow focus.
Narrow focus is supported by that lower ceiling.
Now that makes sense.
And if we want to think out of the box and be really creative, kind of imagine, abstract thinking, that's where the high ceilings come into play, is a better place. So now, taking this to where I found more information was in terms of design of retail spaces or workspaces. Think about in a retail environment, when you want a customer to imagine themselves using this product or service. You want a high ceiling. And then, but if you need to sit down, like I'm thinking an auto dealership, this is actually great. So the showroom, typically big high ceiling space, right?
True.
But then when you go to sit down with the business manager to go over the contract and the financing and the warranty and all of the detailed paperwork, that's in a little office with a low ceiling. That's a great example of how the two different spaces could be used in a retail. In a store, you could have the display area where we've got high ceilings and people are imagining, and then they might have a lower ceiling or a side
dressing
rooms
room.
Or dressing
rooms are always smaller.
Where they're focusing on the details.
Thought about it like that. That's pretty freaking cool.
So that's it. I mean, there's been some study done. They found one little detail that was interesting was that if people weren't aware, like if they couldn't somehow see the ceiling, which I can't imagine where that would be, but if they didn't know what the ceiling height was, then this effect was much less. So it's definitely perceptive. It's something that's priming you or influencing your perception. And then the last thing I wanted to mention was to give credit to the little quote, "Sealing is believing." There was I'll put a link in the comments. I found an article on a website from Quinine Designs, which is in the UK. The author was Johnston, and that was the subtitle on the article. And
that's pretty cool.
I thought it was really cute, so I wanted to borrow it.
And getting back to this, most government buildings, when you walk in, the atrium, for instance, is very expansive, and then all the little cubicles.
Right, when we're gonna get to the details.
When we're going to get serious, then we go talk to the whatevers that we're talking to. Oh, okay.
So there's probably some correlation between the government big space and the cathedrals, literal cathedrals. From the past.
I would think so.
Historically.
I would think so.
And so I wanted to also give credit and remind, if anybody's following this, Buster Benson, who did this amazing work putting all these cognitive biases into different categories and different conundrums or problems. So we have this problem of too much information, and then he developed or labeled a number of strategies. And the strategy that this particular cognitive bias falls into is we depend on the context. So when we're looking at, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? Right?
Now that you think about it, sure.
Yeah. So we use that context of the space. It's kind of almost subconscious or near conscious to help with the task. So thanks for spending a few minutes with us, and we will see you.
Interesting as usual.
Yes. See you in another video.
Bye.
Bye.